return to the Eastern Conference Finals after coming up short to the Celtics last year. He also said they'd get the job done the next time around, and now he's doubling down, telling reporters yesterday, quote, "This is our year." I love the swagger. All right, Shannon, what shot do you give the Heat, though, at actually winning this series?
I guarantee if you ask Denver, what you think they're saying, Skip? This is our year. If you ask the Celtics, we got to the NBA Finals last year, we came up short. This is our year. Everybody, once you get to this point, is assuming it's their year because everybody's had to go through some level of adversity.
Okay, but Denver believes it's its year. And do you really believe that Jimmy believes it's Miami's year?
Yes, he does. Okay. He does.
He does.
He does.
But,
I don't know if, but Skip, but we've seen him single-handedly do things that they ain't got no business being in a game or winning a game, but because of his heroics and his Herculean efforts, he can drag a team. We've seen him do it. Skip, that team wasn't supposed to be in the bubble championship. He did that. They beat the number one seed, beat the brakes off him. So, yeah, absolutely he believes that. I'm picking Boston because I thought Boston was one of the two best teams all year long in the Eastern Conference. I thought it was Milwaukee and I thought it was Boston. Some days it was Milwaukee, some days it was Boston, but I ended up going with Milwaukee. Yes, it's going to be great because I think, the third time in 4 years, it's going to come down to the Heat Celtics and see who goes to the NBA Finals. So, yeah, he absolutely believes that, Skip. He absolutely 1,000% believes that this is their year and he's going to right a wrong that happened last year.
Okay, I hear what you said. Let me start by saying, in all my years of watching, studying the NBA, especially NBA playoffs, I cannot remember a conference finalist so dependent on a single player as the Heat are on Jimmy Butler.
Right.
To me, it feels like Jimmy or bust.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bron is last year in Cleveland. Huh?
Okay, so you can make a case, but this seems even worse than that because listen, Tyler Hero wants the sixth man of the year. Shannon, he's not going to be able to play. Is he going to come back? Well, he's fine physically, except he's got a broken right hand.
Right.
Spo said yesterday, Eric Spoelstra, he says he can't shoot with his right hand and he can't dribble with his right hand. He could play, but now what? Does he play defense? He doesn't really play much defense. Okay, so what's he going to do?
He's right-handed, so if he can't shoot, what good is he?
Okay, help me out. Do you want him to dribble around left-handed? Do you want him to try to shoot left-handed? Because I'm sure he could shoot a little bit left-handed, but not like he'd shoot right-handed.
Right.
Okay, so what's the point? The point is he's not going to help them. Victor Oladipo is gone. He tore up his knee again. God bless him with his rehab because he was contributing.
Yes.
So I look at this group, and I like Bam, but Bam is undersized overachiever, right? And you want to talk about playing your tail off.
Right.
He will give you every last ounce. There aren't enough ounces to give, right?
Right.
So then I look down and I say, you got Max Strus and you got Kyle Lowry, who's an aging, beat-up player. You got Caleb Martin. You got Gabe Vincent. You got Kevin Love, kind of on his last legs, right? And
Duncan Robinson.
You got Duncan Robinson, who comes in, and the scouting report is just don't let him shoot a three.
Right.
And usually he somehow gets up a couple of threes because he'll make them.
Yeah,
right?
Don't let him shoot a three and attack him on offense. When he's guarding you, attack him.
All right. And Cody Zeller comes in for Bam, and he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He tries hard, and he's got Carolina lineage and all that. Okay, I got it. I just described a not very good basketball team that is in the conference finals again because of that guy, because there is a playoff Jimmy. And I talk to people in around the Heat, and a lot of people don't even like him. He's hard to coach. He's difficult to be around. He's prickly. He's moody. And he can really, really carry this team, right?
Right.
Okay, so...
I think Cody went to IU. Didn't Cody?
I'm sorry.
Tyler went to...
Tyler.
You got two. He got a brother, yeah.
Okay, so the point is, but still got heritage and lineage there. Okay, so the point is that I root for them. I've thought there's been something amiss with Boston all year, but you've been right so far. And again, they got Embiid, who was not right, so it fell apart, and Doc lost his job. Okay.
Because you look at it, Skip, Jason Tatum was good the fourth quarter of Game 6 and the entire game of Game 7.
He was, and that did it. That did it. But he's had some up and down. Okay. So I love the way they play around Jimmy. So I'm going to go ahead against all my better judgment. I'm going to pick Miami to win this series just because I like them. I root for them. Okay. And there's something missing in Boston that I'm going to root against. But I will bet you not one drop of Diet Dew on this because you're going to be right. Almost certainly you're going to be right. But I'll be the first to admit, I like Spo, and I love Pat Riley. And I know he can be prickly, too, and he can have his moments, and he's got all kinds of issues, and he and LeBron finally fell completely apart. I got it. But I knew him back when. I knew him through Showtime, and I like the guy. And I think he has sort of set a tone for a culture.
Oh, yeah. It is. Well, yeah.
It's hard to root against it because you want to talk about playing the right way. They will do every little right thing. They'll beat you to every loose ball. Yeah. They're going to make their free throws. They're going to find the open man. They're going to do whatever is correct, whatever you can find, whatever weakness you can find in Boston, they will exploit it. And I'm going to remind you, last year is basically the same group, except there was Tyler Hero. But remember, Jimmy carried them all the way to a 7th game.
Yes.
Again, Jason and Jalen were still babies, kind of. They weren't ready for this. But it goes to, I think we have it. It's 16 seconds left. Game 7 in Miami. Jimmy dribbles the ball up into a three. And
for a lead.
This is for a lead. This is to go up one. He just says, okay, I got this. And I'd say for him, that's a pretty good shot. And it wasn't even close. It was way short, and that was the end of the game. Marcus Smart made 2 free throws. This is it. This is for the NBA Finals right there, and he just left it short. Well, I can't ask him to be superhuman. He's pretty close, but okay. So he came up that short. All right. Is it possible that they remember Philly beat Boston at Boston twice, and then in that Game 7 Sunday they had him down 8. Is mid-second quarter, and James Harden goes in on Jaylen Brown. I thought, this is going to be a 10-point lead. And he loses the basketball, and he flagrant fouls.
And he gives up 2 and the ball.
Yeah, and that was it. From that moment forward, it was all about Jason Tatum. All about.
But don't you think the Boston supporting cast is better than the Miami Heat?
Like times 10? No, seriously, times 10.
Yeah, because if you take Jaylen Brown, who's the second best player, I think he's better than Bam. You look at Smart, you look at Brogdon, you look at Derek White, you look at Al Horford.
Okay, I got you. What happens if I try to put Caleb Martin on another team? What do you think happens? Nothing.
Right.
Gabe Vincent, if I put him somewhere else in this league, what happened? Nothing.
But I will give the coach and the Spo over Missoula.
Well,
I think.
Well, he's a rookie. I mean, he's okay. I got it. But he made a sweet move on Robert Williams.
Yeah.
He said, okay, I'm going to put him in.
But I'll go back to my start. I'll go back to the original lineup now with Derek White.
Well, because Bam's like
Bam ain't. But Skip, here's the thing. Bam ain't Joel Embiid.
No, God.
I'm not so.
No.
Al Horford should be able to play him straight up.
You should. Okay, so how do they do it? I don't know. But I would bet you on this. I will bet you they'll win one of the first 2 games. That Jimmy Butler will figure out.
They ain't winning nothing, Boston.
I think they will.
Law firm.
Okay.
Which one you want? You want what? I'll give you 2 cases to do. They won't win one of the first 2 games.
I'll do 1 case for 1 game. Okay.
Either one, game 1 or 2.
Either one. Okay. I got 1 case.
No points.
No points.
All right.
Just straight up, I got 1 game for 1 case, and that's all it's worth. But I will bet you no cases on the Heat winning the series. I'm just telling you, I'm rooting for them, and I do give them a shot because you said yesterday you do give them a shot.
Yeah, but Jimmy.
Okay.
If they didn't have Jimmy, I wouldn't give them any shot.
Who would? I don't know how they got here.
Right. Because I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. He's made me a believer. Playoff Jimmy is a real thing.
I know how much you love you some Giannis.
Yes.
And I know he was hurt for a little while.
Nah, they didn't beat him.
This was about Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
The 8 knocked out the 1.
Yeah.
Right?
He can't miss 13 free throws.
Okay.
11, 13, whatever he missed that day.
Yeah. Got it.
But I got me a new guy, JT Money.
Tatum. He is something every once in a while.
Don't do that, Skip.
He's up.
Don't do that.
And he's way down.
Tatum.
I don't know if I've ever seen a fairly young player go so high and so low.
Do you want me to bring the? I have to wear it tomorrow.
Are you?
I'm probably gonna wear the Tatum jersey tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got one?
I do.
Okay.
You'll see it.
All right. It may hang in disgrace in your dressing room.
No, it ain't gonna hang in disgrace. It ain't gonna hang in disgrace.
No.
Nope.
I'm proud of you guys for getting some dew going this morning.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what Kyle Lowry looks like. Talking to some friends with the Heat, they managed his minutes very differently the last half to quarter of the season, trying to save him for the postseason.
Yeah.
Will it work? Can he make an impact? All right, LeBron and the Lakers. Guys, will they bounce back for a Game 2 victory? That's next here on Undisputed.